I'd like you to think for just a moment about the current process for getting divorced. It's about as backwards and antiquated as you could imagine any process being. Two sides hire opposing attorneys who fight things out. The attorneys have incentives to stoke conflict and drag out the process, and everything is analog with little or no use of technology. So it's no wonder that divorce is obscenely expensive, time-consuming, and painful. In fact, an Ohio State University study found that divorce destroys, on average, 77% of a family's wealth. No one wins but the attorneys. If you could find a way to get two spouses to reach an agreement and move on without attorneys involved, you'd be able to completely disrupt this $25 billion market. And that's what BlissDivorce is all about. In my presentation, I'd like to share with you the tremendous business opportunity from disrupting the divorce market with our patented relational dispute resolution technology. But I'd also like to share how BlissDivorce saves families from the financial and emotional devastation that is the current system of divorce. What we're doing is truly a social good. Where I'd like to start is with Legalzoom, a company I worked with as a consultant to their C-level team. Now, Legalzoom put legal tech on the map in 2021 with an IPO that values them at $3 billion. But that's not why I'm bringing them up. As a consultant, I saw the one market they couldn't figure out, and that was divorce. The reason they couldn't figure it out is because Legalzoom is a legal documentation company. But the problem in divorce isn't documentation. It's getting two people under the most trying of circumstances to reach an agreement. And that's what we've figured out how to do at BlissDivorce. We've developed and patented the first generation of relational dispute resolution technology. Now, online dispute resolution is a proven existing technology. For example, 90% of the disputes between buyers and sellers on eBay are resolved through their online dispute resolution system with no human involvement. And these types of systems are highly effective, having resolved disputes of more than $6 million. But the problem with the existing technology is that it only works on monetary disputes, not the kind of relational disputes that arise in a divorce, like what to do with the family home, or what should the child custody and visitation schedule be. Our relational dispute resolution tools are designed specifically to address these kinds of disputes. Our technology involves three strategies. One, dispute avoidance, built into our user experience. Two, expert systems designed to resolve common, predictable disputes. And finally, sophisticated value attribution tools, which use techniques such as forced ranking and discrete choice modeling to identify compromises both spouses will accept. The benefits to consumers of this approach are huge. We are currently in market with an MVP in California where we've succeeded in cutting the time it takes for customers to go through the divorce process by 90%, and we've cut costs by 80%. Just as importantly, we've dramatically reduced the amount of conflict in the process, which I'll come back to in a moment. Let me first share a little more about our MVP. Our goal was to prove product market fit, that we could design an online divorce platform that would empower couples to resolve disputes without attorneys. To get to market quickly, we deployed the first two of our dispute resolution strategies and bring in a human mediator if needed. So far, we've had 53 paid clients at an average of $3,300 each. In addition to dramatically cutting the cost and time, we've had a 100% success rate in reaching full divorce agreement, and our net promoter score and retention rates speak for themselves. And by the way, that net promoter score is actually better than Apple's. But even more important is the impact that we've had on families. Let me read this quote. BlissDivorce treated my ex and myself with respect, and I believe they wanted what was best for us and our family, both emotionally and financially. I do not believe the traditional lawyer divorce style has the best interests of the clients. Thank you, BlissDivorce. By reducing not only the cost, but also the emotional and psychological trauma, BlissDivorce is truly doing something good in this world. But let me talk for a moment about the business opportunity. Year in and year out in the US, there are 1 million divorces. It doesn't matter if times are good or bad, people still get divorced. It's a fragmented market, still dominated by local attorneys with no Amazon or Microsoft to defend the space. And attorneys still do things the way they did 200 years ago. There's been virtually no innovation. Our relational dispute resolution tools make us the first online platform that can compete directly with these attorneys for the bulk of the market. Our SOM is middle to upper income Gen Xers and millennials with cases of low to medium complexity and conflict who would otherwise have to spend $25,000 to $30,000 on attorneys. We can dominate with this audience who account for 22% of the market and prefer to do things online. Let's take a look at acquiring these customers, which will be critical because divorce in general is a one-time purchase. So we need an efficient and repeatable customer acquisition strategy. The key insight from our MVP is we need to reach people before the reflexive decision to call an attorney. By reaching them earlier in the decision cycle and applying legal tech best practices of content-driven lead nurturing and a live salesperson to close the deal, we were able to cut our customer acquisition costs by more than 70%. As we scale, this will mean building BlissDivorce into a trusted, authoritative brand people are confident turning to instead of attorneys. One of our founders, Randy Kessler, a past chair of the family law section of the American Bar Association and a frequent contributor to Court TV and CNN, will play a key role as our spokesperson. Now, each customer we acquire is highly valuable with significant monetization opportunities well beyond the $3,000 platform fee we charge per couple. Divorce is a life-changing event that requires a multitude of services, as you can see here. This provides a substantial affiliate income opportunity while providing services of great benefit. There are also ongoing needs, including settlement modifications, co-parenting tools, and continued emotional support, which we can monetize through a post-divorce subscription. This results in a total lifetime value of more than $4,000 per couple. All this adds up to a big opportunity. Just a 20% share of our SOM generates $160 million in sales, and there is significant upside from expansion into other markets and legal verticals. These kind of revenue numbers provide several exit opportunities, including acquisition from larger legal tech players like Legalzoom and Rocket Lawyer, from global law firms who are starting to make legal tech investments, and even legal insurers from whom we've received some preliminary interest. And Legalzoom has shown legal tech can successfully go IPO. Of course, we need a team that can pull this off, and we have one that has already proven its ability to execute. I'm a former P&G brand manager and MIT alum. Most importantly, I've spent the last 20 years advising large tech clients on growth strategies. Our dispute resolution tools are my brainchild, and they're based on my thought leadership in the market research field. And I also have a successful startup exit. My partner in day-to-day operations is Dan Hirsch, my former client at Intel. He left a 13-year career at Intel and McAfee to become our CTO and has experience at 2 startups. Dan is located in Argentina, where he has assembled a high-performance team that developed our highly complex divorce software platform. We also have an incredible group of advisors, including 3 of the world's top thought leaders in online dispute resolution. BlissDivorce has a breakthrough technology, a proven platform, a large market waiting for disruption, and an incredible team. I hope you'll consider joining us as we build a dynamic business that helps families avoid the financial and emotional devastation of divorce. Thank you.